praises to the Most High Elohim. We pray that all things are well with you today. We thank y'all for the Shabbat, the Sabbath. I pray that yours has been quiet and peaceful, no interruption. We give y'all praise and glory today. We thank you for an opportunity just for this day, just to take this day at ease and don't carry nobody burdens today. That burden really is not to get out and work today. That's what that burden is. Don't burden yourself with carrying or working. And the enemy know that. That's why they always schedule you on Saturday to work. They're doing all kind of stuff on the Sabbath. But we give y'all praise, glory, and honor. We thank y'all for your joining us today. I pray that you'll be blessed. I pray that the word will bless. And y'all will speak to whatever the area of your life, or I put it like this: don't concern you. You don't have to eat that. But trust me, there'll be something said in these lessons. If you go unscathed, you give him praise. Thank him. Just pray for the one that need it. We thank y'all today. So we want to give him glory and honor him, because he's worthy to be praised. And he's worthy to be praised whether we say he's worthy or not. He's worthy and powerful all by himself. No, he loves to be praised, but he don't have to be praised to be Yah, because he's Yah. And what he does what is right and honorable and true. It's so nice to know we have a true and a living Yahuwah. We don't have no man-made religion. We come out of that one. We don't have no gods that we have to pick up and carry around, or we go wrap ourselves around a tree, which our Yah made. We don't have to worry about sitting no food in front of the little fat round belly man, the Buddha. I'm telling you, we have a true and a living Elohim. So we give him praise, glory, and honor, saints. We thank Yah for the things that he's done and doing for us. He's been so great. So before we get started, I'm just going to open up with prayer, and we'll get right into the word. Y'all, we just want to thank you before we open your word today. Thank you for the opportunity to come together and just talk about your goodness, and talk about your mercy, and talk about your plans for a disobedient Israel and those ones that are walking upright. And we thank you right now for you have already set a standard against our enemies. And Father, we thank you, we praise you, we glorify your name. We're giving you all the glory today as we come before you. We're asking you now for the teacher that's in this earth to open our eyes of understanding, teach us, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, who leads us and guides us in all your truth. He speaks nothing of himself. He only speaks what your word speaks. So we want to thank you in the mighty name of Yahushua Mashiach. And we say, let it be so. Amen. All right. Shabbat Shalom, Mother.
Shabbat Shalom, Mother Judy.
We give y'all praise and glory. I'm going to turn this music off, and we'll get going, because it's very low. I don't know if y'all even hear it, do you?
Yeah, I hear it.
All right.
I don't know about them, but I hear it.
Yeah. Nevertheless, we're going to get started. And let me put this up here. And let me go ahead and open up. And we will get started, saints of the Most High. We don't have a lot of verses, but we have a lot to say about what we're talking about today. Y'all be praised. Let me go ahead and open that up some more, because I pulled it down this morning because I was doing something. Sometimes you can't see. I might pull it down again when I get ready to. Talking about the basket of fruit and Israel captivity. The basket of fruit and Israel's captivity. So we're going to get into the word today, and we're going to ask that uh, Mr. Lewis go ahead and read the scriptures for today.
All right. Amos, the 8th chapter, starting with the first down to the 14th verse. And it says, verse 1, thus has the Yahweh Elohim showed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit.
Mm,
Verse 2, and he said, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then said the Yahweh unto me, the end is come upon my people of Israel.
mm,
I will not again pass by them anymore. Verse 3, and the songs of the temple shall be howling in that day, saith the Yahweh Elohim. There shall be many dead bodies in every place. They shall cast them forth with silence. Verse 4, hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail. 5, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn,
mm.
and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small, and the shackles great, and falsifying the balances by deceit.
Wow.
6, that we may buy the poor for silver, and the needy for a pair of shoes. Yea, and sell the refuse of the wheat. 7, the Yahweh has sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. 8, shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein? And it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. Verse 9, and it shall come to pass in that day, said the Yahweh Elohim, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. Verse 10, and I will turn your feast into mourning, and all your song into lamentation. And
Mm.
I will break up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the morning for of only I will make it a morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Verse 11, behold, the days come, says the Yahweh Elohim, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Yahweh. In verse
Mm.
12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Yahweh, and shall not find it.
My,
13, in that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. And the final verse 14, they that swear by the sins of Samaria and say, thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the man of Bathsheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise up again.
wow. Yah be praised for his word. It's a sad thing that he's talking to his people here. And when you read it, when you read this word, you see that they were doing all, they were keeping the Sabbath. Well, they was in the Sabbath, but They're just waiting on it to be over so they can get back to business as usual.
Yeah. Because it's
And
the
they
money.
can, manipulate their own people
Mm-hmm.
and whoever they can for gain. Well, I tell you, when you think about these scriptures, you really get in these prophets that you see our people doing the same thing when you're reading it. I thought about how some of our own people are selling, catching the daughters of Zion and putting them, sell them out, knowing what's going to happen to them just for money,
Mm-hmm.
just destroying one another. It's all about the dollar.
Yes,
Here we
it is.
talking about Amos again. Amos is so unusual because what makes Amos so unusual. I'm gonna read some, and then I'm gonna get back over here. Let me bring us up, of those up to speed with. And who is Amos? I'm not going to say Amos was what a distinctive prophet for a couple of reasons. First of all, by his own testimony, he was neither a prophet nor was a son of a prophet. And when Yahweh called Amos, when he called him into his service, we see that 7:14 as also in the beginning. He said that is he had not been trained. He wasn't brought up. See, most of the time they train. They come up in their training. But at this point, y'all did not. He had on the job training, as you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
That he had not been trained as a prophet, saints. Nor was he seeking the office. He wasn't trying to be in the up with everybody else in the church. He was fine where he were. He said that Yahweh simply decided to use him. Also, most prophets, and this was so unusual. Most prophets proclaim their message to their own nation. That's why you see a lot of prophets, Jeremiah proclaiming to to Judah. They claim to their own people. Y'all tell them go to the king and whatever. But in this instance, they bring him out of Judah or Jerusalem because he's a tribe of Judah, and send him over to the tribe of Israel, the other 10 tribes. So that's why didn't want to. First of all, thought he was a false prophet just out there, but he made it clear I'm not a prophet, and I'm a son of a prophet. I didn't ask for this job, but he sure done his job according to what y'all called him to do. He said he would, since he wasn't, but the simpler, the Yahuwah simply decided, and he does, to use him. Y'all use who he want to. That's why I don't know why we as a people think we have the dips on who y'all supposed to use.
That's right.
We need to stop this. We really do. Y'all use who he want, when he want, how he want, and for what he want. Also, most prophets proclaim their message to their own nation. Amos was called from the southern kingdom of Judah to proclaim Yah's word in the northern kingdom of Israel. He came out of the southern kingdom to go to the northern kingdom. The adulterous priest of Bethel told Amos, "Get out,
Mm-hmm.
you seer, go back to the land of Judah. Earn your bread there and do your prophesying there. What you coming over here for?" Because it was uncustomary for somebody out of the northern kingdom to go to the southern kingdom, and the southern kingdom to come to the northern kingdom to prophesy to the king. Usually raise up a prophet in the midst of them and prophesy to them. But this was out what I put that for their religious mind that was out of sync. He was out of order. Who we can tell? Who are we to tell Yah is out of order? What he when he want to use someone?
That's right.
You see how foolish it is. See, that's what I love about the word of Yah, because everything you need with all this stuff they're talking is buffeted in the word. You can take it out of the word.
Mm-hmm.
We can't tell Yah who to raise up and who not to. We can't tell him who to bless. We can't tell him who he put his word in their mouth to speak.
That's right.
All we give him glory. He always doing a lot of the opposite of what we think. And we think he's supposed to do it A, B, and C. And if it don't look like A, B, and C, that's why this king was upset with Amos and tell him to get out of their country, get out of their kingdom. What you over here for? You have no business over here. Go back over there and prophesy over there in the land of Judah. Eat your bread over there. And get out from over here prophesying to us. Oh, really? So you think y'all supposed to be, y'all word is limited to one group or one kingdom? No, y'all showed them that he sent Amos over into the northern kingdom to prophesy against their evil deeds and what they were doing. They were off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
And when we read this word, we understand that they had really gone ballistic. What they say, they can't even wait till the Sabbath over so they can get back to selling.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get into the word. I just want to bring you up to speed of who Amos is, and I will do that on the last lesson, which is next week. Because we need to know who is Amos. He was not born a prophet. He was not a prophet's son. He did not come from the lineage of prophets, but y'all picked him up and used him to take him over to what? The northern kingdom to prophesy against their foolery. But their heart was still hard to the point the king told him to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the southern kingdom, prophesy over there, eat over there. Eat your bread over there. They didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. Well, we know the southern kingdom didn't want to have nothing to say either. When we read Jeremiah, when we read Ezekiel, they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. They had the same stories as these over here. They go on evil.
Yeah.
So y'all had to raise up a prophet and tell them what they were doing, what he was going to do for them if they didn't stop. Y'all was sending the warning. He just don't. When you see the buildings in the flood and the fire and stuff like this, and the crops is dying. Don't care how much rain you get, you're losing stuff. It's a judgment that y'all sends against the people. I don't know why we don't understand when we in the word what y'all is doing, because we can look at this word and look where we are now, and we can be able to tell where we are.
Yep, that's right.
Give us some kind of indication. Father, help us to get it together.
Yes.
But I also want to make note of this, that the same curses and the same thing that y'all did for us, he gonna do the same thing for our enemy.
Yes, he will.
Y'all is just. Sin have to be paid for.
Yes.
Evil have to be dealt with. He don't care who it is. See, we want to have all these good things about what's going to happen to us, but we got to hear some of this terrible thing was going to happen, because we got some people that right now they're off the chain.
Oh yeah.
They're doing some stuff that just is unscrupulous, unheard of.
Yes.
It's like, where their passion? It's like they don't have any. Let's get back in there, and we'll get back to this next one. I'm gonna read about with Jeremiah, because Jeremiah was going through the same thing over in Judah, that y'all sent Amos over there to talk
Mm-hmm.
about, asking him the same question.
Right.
And when if you go and study these prophets, y'all was asking about this about the same question, what you see,
Yep.
because we are the witnesses for Yah in the earth. So we have to understand that we are his witnesses. It said, thus says Yahuwah, thus the Yahuwah. Elohim showed me, he showed him something. He didn't say he had no vision, he said he showed me. He said, behold, there was what? A basket of summer fruit. And I thought about that song, summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And the living is easy. Fish are jumping. And the cotton is high.
Mm-hmm.
Dad is rich and the mama's good looking.
Mm-hmm.
They live
Yep.
in ease.
Right.
He said, thus Yahuwah Elohim showed me, and behold, there was a basket of summer fruit. Not only that, he said, what do you see, Amos? I want to get your clarity. What do you see? He said, I said, a basket of summer fruit. Now you know that's gathering, because you gather your fruit
Yeah.
in the summer. You don't wait in the winter to gather your apples and your oranges and all your summer fruit, your peaches rather, your pears, your peaches. See, those are summer fruit. He said a basket of summer fruit, but there is some winter fruit too. In other words, it's gathering time. It is harvest time. What he's saying here, it is time to harvest those that is right and those that is unrighteous. Time to deal with them. When you a person that can gather summer fruit, that's part of your wealth. That means Yah has blessed you with fruit grows. That's the epitome of your wealth, when you can spread your table out with what Yah has blessed you to grow. It's amazing how he uses this scenario of a basket of summer fruit, a basket of what? Should be prosperity, but they have what? They have tainted it. And he said, what do you see, Amos? And he said, I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then the Yahuwah said to me, he said, the end has come for what? My people. Just like these fruit was gathered, I'm finna gather them. He said, I will spare them no longer. He said, the end has come for my people, Israel. I will spare them no longer. When y'all say this, it's because y'all have continually to send his word, to send a word of correction, send a word to get it right, send a word of warning. How much more when he said this right here, it's time to what? Judge. He's long suffering with us. Y'all's long suffering, period. Do you know that? He even long suffering with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we had our way, it won't be, they'll be gone.
Oh yeah.
He has a timing for everyone and everything, saints of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
And when that timing is up and he has sent his word, y'all is not going to just go in there and tap stuff without sending warning.
That's right.
How many other prophets was raised up among them that you wasn't hearing the prophets that were raised up among you because you did have them?
Mm-hmm.
So he tells somebody completed from another kingdom, the southern kingdom, over to the northern kingdom. That maybe they were his, because sometimes they don't want to hear you no more. Maybe they'll hear that one.
That's right.
That's somebody new. That's a new voice. You see what they said? Get out of here.
Mm-hmm. He didn't want to hear it. They
But
already
they've
heard it.
grown so evil.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't want to hear the word. They get upset with you when you try to give them the word these days. We see the same attitude today as we had to see them now.
Mm-hmm.
They want the bed of ease, but they want it their way. They don't want it Yah's way.
That's right.
And he had enough. Then he said he gonna deal with his people first. Then he gonna deal with the other ones.
Yes, he did.
So what are you saying? Are we being judged? Yes, I'm saying we being judged too.
That's right. Yes, we are.
Because the word is going out over and over and over. You can look at all over these social media and see how our people being judged. If you
Mm-hmm.
can't see that, I know something wrong.
That's right.
Even the unlearned can see something wrong.
That's right.
One that even professing, somebody walking in the truth, can see something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He said, then Yahuwah said to me, the end has come to my people, Israel. And he goes that I will spare them no longer. That's it.
That's right.
That is the what? The needle that broke the camel's back. That's it. I'm not gonna spare them anymore. I'm gonna deal with them. And he mean that. He said the songs, all this partying, the songs of the past, all this had this celebration and all these things that they're doing up out there. That it is not going to be an ending to it. That we be saying, are they going to ever get tired?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't get tired, y'all have gotten tired.
That's right.
I'm going to say this again. They haven't got tired, but y'all has gotten tired.
Yes, he has.
But he called Israel too many times. He's waking them. He's shaking them. He sent a word, and they still don't want to heed. They want to go it their own way. They want to do it their way, not his way. For some reason, man think his way better than y'all's way.
Hmm.
They think they can just catch on to anything and keep going. And you keep trying to tell them, if you're not serving Yah, you serving Hasatan. You don't have a two.
That's right.
Yahusha made it clear. Leave them alone. When the disciples was messing with other people, they was praying and people getting saved. He said, leave them alone. If they listen, they be for us. Leave them alone. It's working for them because they have faith. I'm gonna work with whoever want to work with me. In other words, in that incident, Yah works with those that want to work with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they start making the thing talking they wasn't part of them. Isn't that the same mindset
Mm-hmm.
that we see today?
Oh, yes, it is.
They praying over there casting out devils too because they believe. While people rejecting what you have and the lifestyle that you living, they reject it. But there's some people that's trying to catch on to you.
Mm-hmm.
And those that keep telling the word, that keep coming in to go somewhere else and prophesy to somebody, y'all say he's tired. Their summer fruit is finna be what? Gathered.
Mm-hmm.
That's judgment. I'm gonna step back up here. Let me finish reading 3, then I'll go back up. He said, Yahweh, he said, the songs of the palace will turn to wailing in that day. You won't hear no partying up in there. I'm finna shut the party down. You keep shutting down the voices of the people that I keep sending to you, and you don't want to hear the word. So I'm finna shut your party down. Instead of all the songs you hear coming out of the palace, you're going to hear some wailing in that day. Declares Yahuwah Elohim. Many will be, listen to what it said, many going to be corpse. That when you think at the end time, that 2/3, and you see why the 2/3. You see why it happened that time, and you see why it's going to happen again. But these are end time prophecies, as well as that time it happened then. Because you still got a people that's rebellious, still don't want to hear the truth. And the thing, it's okay if you don't want to hear it, but want to go read it for yourself. Go find out for yourself. I'm not going to spare them no longer, he said. Let them keep up the good work, he said. The sons of the palace will turn to wailing in that day, declares Yahuwah Elohim. He said, many will be corpse. They ain't going to know what hit them. He's in every place, not some place. In every place. Then he goes on and say, they will cast them what? Forth in silence. Too shame to say how many died. Isn't that something? They ain't making no broadcast of that. They gonna cast their bodies forth in silence. They ain't gonna say nothing. Don't want to have nothing to say. We tell you don't have nothing to say now. Let's look into this. I'm gonna come down. He said, Yahuwah said to me, Amos 7 and 8 for last week. What do you see, Amos? And I said, a plumb line. Y'all always give a warning and make it plain first to the one he's giving his word to. Because he want what you see, then he got to explain what he see. Then Yahweh said, behold, I am about to put a what? A plumb line in the midst of my people. I'm finna drop a straight line, and who's walking upright, that's where they're going to continue to walk upright. And who's that's not, I'm finna separate them. He putting a dividing line, saints, in the middle of the people. And what he said, the same thing what he's saying today. I will spare them no longer. And you crying out to them oftentimes, and they still don't hear. He said they hunted our steps so that we could not walk. Listen, who hunted their steps? The one y'all sinned against them. They hunted our steps so that we could not walk in our streets. Our end drew near. Got to go hide. Our days, our days were finished. For our end had come. Oh, now you know the end had come, but you wouldn't listen when y'all was sending the word. You had plenty of time to get it together.
That's right.
But you didn't want to hear what thus says Yahweh. Michael said, woe is me, for I am like the fruit pickers. Listen what he's saying. I'm like the fruit pickers. Like the grape gatherers. There's not a cluster of grapes to eat. In other words, I am stripped. Y'all say I'm going to strip this pride from my people that think they don't have to listen to me. Or a first ripe fig, which I crave. I saw somebody selling figs the other day. I started because I don't remember eating a raw fig. Either I like fig noodles. He said, then it shall be when you enter the land which Yahuwah your Elohim gives you as an inheritance, and you possess it and live in it. That's the one that hear his voice. That's what's going to happen for them. We seen a great divide. He's going to deal with the ones that don't, the unruly don't want him, and he's going to deal with the one that do want him. 2 Samuel 16, 1-2 say, now when David had passed a little beyond the summit, behold, this, I was laughing there. I said, Father, thank you for bringing that word again to me. Behold, this Siba, the servant of Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth.
He said, he said, meet him with a couple of saddled donkeys, and on them were what? 200 loaves of bread, 100 clusters of raisins, 100 summer fruit, and a jug of wine. See, y'all gonna provide for the ones that go upright. When you are walking upright before y'all, I don't care how chaotic it is, y'all are gonna have someone to provide for his people. Mephibosheth is telling you right now, he wasn't poor, because you can't provide that to the king unless you have you had some. But he was sending them there to bring him to the palace. His life will finna be changed. Isaiah 21:4 said, and the fading flower of its glorious beauty, which is the head of the fertile valley, will be like the first ripe fig prior to summer, which one sees, and as soon as it is in his hand, he swallows it. Gonna be so glad to see some fruit. Gonna be so glad to see some flourishing. Because what Yah is gonna do to the rebellious. See, we think he's just gonna cut off all sources to our enemy, but he's telling us now he's gonna cut off source to his people that rebel against him.
That's right.
Why should y'all continue to let any of us to take all his goods and we don't want to obey him? This thing getting very serious. It really is. Choose ye this day who we gonna serve. If it's gonna be Baal, go on to serve Baal. If you're gonna serve Yahushua, what did Joshua say? As for me and my house, I know who we gonna serve.
Yep.
We made up our mind. We're gonna serve Yahushua. We will serve the name of Yah. It ain't gonna be no in and out. And Jeremiah, I'm gonna get back because he's asking the same question. The word of Yahuwah came to me saying, what do you see, Jeremiah? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Always got an example for his prophets.
Yes, he does.
But first, let me see, do you see what I'm showing you? Because if you don't see what y'all showing, you're going to tell these people something wrong.
That's right.
Oh, we give him glory. Oh, we give him all his glory. He mean well for us.
Yes, he does.
It ain't his desire to destroy his people. His desire that his people will come into a knowledge of understanding. But when you keep rebelling, he keeps saying his word, and you keep talking about this a cult. You in a cult. You're in the biggest cult in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been proven. Christianity is the biggest cult in the world. All the ones that talk about this 2025 coming from the angelic, all these people that claim they know they know God, they know their God. That let you know right there they don't serve your God.
They certainly don't.
He says, number 4, hear this, you who trample the needy. This is what he's saying. This is why he coming after. This is a using spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This manipulating spirit that our people have towards one another.
That's right.
You think it's new? They were doing it here. And Amos is revealing, he telling Amos about it. Y'all don't take kindly for us to be using one another.
Certainly don't.
Hear this, you who trample the needy. This is what it says. Who trample the needy. They're in need. And to do away with the humble of the land, saying. Now he's talking to the leaders that he put over the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he said, what you see, some summer fruit. Oh, so they don't forgot who's in charge. They
That's
don't
right.
forgot who their groves belong to me. They're mine. They don't forgot that I can drop everything and they won't have no food. And the reason I'm doing it, they're evil. He said, hear this, you who trample the needy. And to do away with the humble of the land. The ones out there working there, you selling them off. Doing heinous things to the people, each other. The ones that's in charge, the ones that I set up there, put you in high place and you up there setting off your people.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to be up there be a help, but you over there setting out your people. Did not y'all set them up to be leaders over these people?
Yes, he did.
All they was about is money.
Yep.
So they forgot what their job was.
Mm-hmm.
Here Amos standing in flat foot telling him, hear this, you who trample the needy. That's why they wanted to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
To do away with the humble of the land. What do you mean? Damn away the need. Let's get into this and we'll get in the fight. Like I said, we don't have many scriptures, but we got a lot in this scripture to talk about. Psalm 14:14 said, do all the workers of wickedness. He said, do all the workers of wickedness not know? Listen what he's saying. Do all the workers of wickedness do not know who eat up my people as they eat bread and do not call upon Yahuwah? Eating up his people like they're eating bread. In other words, they're devouring his people. With that word in Hebrew, the alphabet is shin. It's to chew. It's to chop. It's to cut. Do all the workers of wickedness not know who eat up my people as they eat bread and do not call upon the Yahuwah? You abusing, you using, and you taking advantage of the needy. I send them in your presence, you take advantage of them. You lie and say you do this, and you lie and say I said it. No, he said you don't know who you. In other words, you don't. Wait a minute. Do you understand? I see you. Do you not know that you on display before me? It's like they lose conscience of something, saints. He goes on to say, Proverbs 30:14 say, there is a kind of man. This is what he's saying. There is a kind of man whose teeth are like swords, and his jaw teeth like knives. He cuts, he chops, he's devour. They say to devour the afflicted from the earth. That's why y'all tell Proverbs tell you got this the kind of man or woman don't care anything about the souls of other people or the livelihood of other people. You can wonder why that the Proverbs will tell you. They could care less how they treat the peoples of the Most High. He said to devour the afflicted, already afflicted, y'all. when a person afflict, that means they can't help themselves. I don't know nobody want to be poor. If they are, please show them to me. You might not desire to be rich, but you don't want to be poor.
That's right.
Not with some common sense. You want to be able to go buy some bread or something without somebody telling you. I got to see how many toasters you got in your house
Hmm.
before we give you anything. You sitting there in need. You don't know how the toaster got there. You don't know how they got the car. Somebody got blessed with it. Didn't ask that question.
Mm-mm.
He said, there is a kind of man whose teeth are like swords, and his jaw teeth like knives, to devour the afflicted from the earth and the needy from among men. Isn't that what they're talking about doing? All the poor and the needy ones that are in need, they're talking about devouring them.
Mm-hmm.
That's low life to them. This is
Yeah.
the kind of man that's in the earth. And sad to say, this is the kind that's among our people.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all talking about our people.
Yes, he is.
We already know the enemy don't want that. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Devil does what the devil does. But this here is directed to his people here.
Yes, it is.
It's supposed to be in a place where you can make a difference. You up there ripping them apart, selling them out, so you can get your pocket greased. Isn't that amazing? We have never had so many black folks in these senates and in all these seats, and yet the black folks don't even have a law to protect them in the earth in these places.
Mm-mm.
Because they're not trying to speak for you. But when the Hispanics up there, they speak for their people.
Oh yeah.
They're paid not to speak on our behalf, saints. These are just like leaders, because y'all put them there just like these are leaders in this word. Anytime y'all put you in any leadership, he put you there. He said, Amos 5:11 said, therefore, because you impose heavy rent. Listen to what he said. You impose heavy rent on the poor, and exact a tribute of grain from them, and you still want grain from them. You take all that grain, they can't even hardly live because just to pay their rent. They make it what, $600 getting $2,000 a month from trying to work, and you charging them $1,500 for rent.
Mm-hmm.
You know the yard's not pleased with that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we give him glory. We got some mess on our hands. He said, though you have built houses, this is what he's saying. Though you have built houses of well-hewn stones, yet you will not live in them. This is the reward that y'all gonna finna start giving them. They're gonna go right on down with the ones that are paying them off. This is for Israel that's selling out this people. He said, therefore, because you impose heavy rent on the poor and exact a tribute of grain from them, you getting too much from them. You're taking too much from them. You're not allowing them to live. Though you have built houses of well-hewn stone, yet you will not live in them. You have planted pleasant vineyards, yet you will not drink their wine. Walking out there talking about your wine tree. These grapes going to be Concord wine. This here going to be Chardonnay. This is going to be this. Y'all say you're not going to drink not any of that wine. Because what he going to do, the humble, the poor, the afflicted, that's called upon his name, they going to possess it. And there's gonna be a lot of our people going down with the ones that did take up their evil with. See, we need to put this thing out so our people know they're going down and the reason they're going down.
That's right.
Because you done took up the spirit of your oppressor against your own.
Mm. Yep, that's true.
First King 22:19 say, Micaiah said, therefore hear the word of Yahuwah. I saw Yahuwah sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him, and on his right and on his left. In other words, I saw him, he see me. He see us. Psalm 12 and 5 said, because of the devastation of the afflicted. Listen what he say, the devastation. Because we have been a spoiled people. I mean, and they still try to take, they got a thing, I sent it to you guys. I hope y'all take time to listen at it. That they got a thing out there sitting that they don't want these companies even hire blacks. You know for a fact when you ain't got no money, you ain't gonna make it. Not in this society, unless y'all fix it for us. And he gonna fix it, because we see the word, he gonna fix it. See, they don't understand that he gonna fix this. That's why when they be talking that stuff, they got a plan, y'all have a plan. And I believe in his plan. He's because of the devastation of the afflicted, because of the groaning of the needy. Now he said, I will arise. See, they done stirred y'all up now. That the things they're doing, people's out on the street sleeping in cars and everywhere because they can't afford a shelter over their head. Y'all say, now I will arise, says Yahuwah. He said, I will set him. First of all, I'm going to set him in the safety for which he longs. Isn't that beautiful? He's going to take care of the ones that's in need. It's almost let me get y'all secure, because for what I'm about to do, I don't want you to see this. I'm going to put you in a safe place. Then he says, Psalm 56:1 said, for the choir, according to Jonah, Eliam, Roakim, the Machim of what? David. When the Philistines seized him in Gath, he said, be gracious to me, O Yahuwah, for man has trampled upon me, fighting all day long, he oppresses me. All we got to do is start calling out. When I got up from this computer last night, and I was thinking about it, because I get so upset sometimes, because I was looking at some more stuff about what they say they're going to do. And I got up, and as I got up, all I could hear, if my people, which are called by my name, if we were called by, if the one that's called by his name will humble themselves and pray and seek his face and turn from our wicked ways, then he said he will hear from heaven, first of all, forgive our sins. And then he said he's going to heal our land. Go back to this word said, what he going to do? He's going to what? He's going to put his people aside. He's going to what? Now I will arise, says Yahuwah. I will set him in the safety for which he longs. I don't know, not one of us want to be in a safe place. You don't want every time you go outside somebody bothering you. You can't go in your yard and somebody asks you what you doing in your own yard.
Mm-hmm.
Or why are you over here? You ain't got no business over. I'm listening to the young lady right now. She bought land in Georgia, and every time you look up, all of them walking through her property. There was one man out there trying to tear up a fence. She caught him, and the police came out. Now they counted like 15 different other ones just walking through their property. Because that one went and told them, see, they get together on you.
Yeah, they do.
Young woman, and her daddy is a landscaper. He came from Florida, so they're out there developing the land, so she can do a homestead. And she said, like the girl was saying, they coming up to her talking, we was gonna buy this land. Well, I was gonna. She said, oh well, you didn't buy it. It
That's
was
right.
available.
Mm-hmm.
No, they just want her. You too young, and you're black to have this much land. That's actually what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all. They can have all the land they want. Nobody never come to them and tell them they got too much land. Time you can get 20, 30 acres of land, you got too much.
That ain't their business. But it's
So when
true.
you got the money, you should be able to buy what you want.
That's
But
right.
in this case, these people they're losing their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's come out of this. Go to 8, 4. Number 5 says, saying. Let me go back to number 4 and bring it down. Hear this, you who trample the needy, to do away with the humble of the land, saying, when will the new, listen what it said, when will the new moon be over? Because they didn't do anything on new moon either. We don't celebrate the new moon the way we supposed to. When will the new moon be over? So that we can sell again.
Yeah.
They surely trying to hide it all.
Mm-mm.
And the Sabbath, that we may open the wheat market to make the what? The bushes smaller. Listen, they're gonna make the bushes smaller.
And the shackle bigger.
And the shackles bigger, and to cheat with
Mm-hmm.
this honest scale. In other words, they're gonna claim that it's a bushel, but it's really not.
That's right.
And when it comes to they're gonna fill it up with a lot of shackles of corn. The people think they got more corn, but they really got the shackles of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look like it's full, but it's really not, because they got all this stuff they put in between.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't understand. I bought a message on that, weighed in the balances. He gonna weigh them in the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to number 5. Let's open that up a little bit. Talk about it. I mean, they got some nerve. Hosea said, a merchant in whose hands are false balances, he loves to oppress. Isn't that something? A merchant in whose hands are a false balance, he loves to oppress. He loved to cheat people. He think he done got over, and he laugh about it. These people look you straight in your face and be cheating you like crazy.
Yeah, they will.
And they and now it's like they gather they think they gather their profit, but y'all see it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people don't understand. That's why their countries are going under. And you come over here, and now America going under too, because you're still over here doing the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
You're still over here, come over here manipulating.
That's right.
And you think y'all is not going to deal with it? You're not getting away with your cheating self. He said, Second King, he says, why will you go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, it will be well. That, in other words, that was in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go to Yah until a special time. In other words, you don't serve no other day. Why are you going to? They talk about the woman with the child died that went to the prophet
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Why will you go to him today? It's neither new moon nor Sabbath. She said it is well. I know it ain't new moon, but I need him now.
That's
I'm
right.
not waiting till the new moon. I'm not going to wait till the Sabbath. I need him now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. That ain't just the day to seek him. You seek him every day.
That's right.
Are we giving glory? You just seeking him for the new moon, which is a new month. No, you seeking him every day. You're not waiting till the Shabbat to give him glory. You give him glory every day. because it is well. Micah 6:10-11 say, is there yet a man in the wicked house, along with treasures of wickedness, and a sharp measure that is cursing? That's the nature of a thief. And a lot of these stores they are thieves now.
Mm-hmm.
Owner of these businesses are nothing but thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about stuff is so high. Yeah, they might be high, but if you're gonna charge me more, you should give me the food.
That's right.
That's what I told that girl the other day over that what we call it. I said, if you charge me more, my food better look like what I paid.
I know that's right.
She looked at me. I bet you bought it back. I sure looked at it. Cause
I know
I
that's
say,
right.
I told her, I say, listen, I used to come here and because I only get the vegetables and rice anyway. I said, this used to be $5. Y'all went to $7.50. Now you telling me it's 10.
Mm.
I'm hoping it looked like it's a $10 plate.
I know that's right. Mm.
Say Exodus 20:8-10. A lot of them don't have to charge that. You know
No,
how
they don't.
poor rice go.
That's right.
Rice swells.
Yes, it does.
The smallest pot swells up to be a full pot.
Cook out the pot if you ain't sharp.
Ain't it? It sure will. You have to be careful even how much you put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus, he said, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Yes. But they weren't trying to keep it holy. They were like, they were wanting the Sabbath to be over. Because they
That's
had
right.
business to tend to. They wanted to make some money.
Yeah.
They wasn't worried about Sabbath. And y'all know they wasn't. They were worried about it when they coming, acting like they really care about it, but walking back and forth. What time is it? When is it going to be over?
Mm-hmm.
We need to go. I need to go to the store. I need to buy this. I got to go open the shop so I can make some money before it's too late. Leviticus 13:19-36 say, you shall have just balance. This is what he's telling y'all. You don't supposed to do your people like your oppressor do your people. But our people are just with the mindset of the oppressor. He said, you shall have just balance. Your balance should be weighted right. You don't take to make a bushel of wheat smaller and the shekels bigger. You don't mix that together and set it to nobody, making them think they got a bushel of corn when they got all that shucks you done put in there.
Mm-hmm.
And what you think they're going to do when they get home and find out they don't have any?
Mm.
The ones that know better. The ones that don't, they think they got something.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you shall have just balances, Israel, just weights, and a just ephah, and a just hin. Your dealing with your people shall be just. He said, I am Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out from the land of Egypt. You was being mistreated unfairly. They were cheating you on every side. Now you're going to come out here where I bless you and put you up in authority. And this how you're going to do my people. Then you're going to get with the oppressors to help them oppress my people.
Mm.
Number 10:10, he said, also in the day of your gladness and in your appointed feasts. He said, and on the first days of your month. That's what he talk about his new movement. You shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings. And they shall be as a reminder of you before your what? Your Yah. He said, I am Yahuwah. You think Yah. He ain't playing. He's not playing with us. We supposed to have just way. We supposed to do business justly. We supposed to do business right. Many of our people are in the real estate market, and they just as worse. Now I will say this: If they go in there, they had to redo stuff. They got to be recuperated for that money. That money got to come from somewhere that they have spent. I understand that, and even in that, they still can calculate that where they can get it back. But when that's overly, everything is going, everything is high.
Overpricing people, he ain't pleased with that.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
I'm like, what in the world is this? That's what I was showing you about the house on Wolf Street. Well, on Wolf Street, that is Black Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got a house for rent $1,200 a month over
On,
there. Ain't
on the
nothing
west
over
side
there.
of town.
Everybody
But,
over there is very poor. And I think it's still sitting too, because nobody can afford to rent it over there, that live over there.
mm-hmm.
He said, then at the beginning of each of your months, you shall present, listen what it said, you shall present a burnt offering. We ain't been doing that. To the Yahuwah. 2 bulls and 1 ram. Because see, we don't have to do that anymore. 7 male lambs, 1 year old without defect. In other words, you bring a gift to the Most High, a burnt offering to Yah. 2 bulls and 1 rams. We're supposed to be doing that. But we give Yah praise and glory. Our sacrificial lamb has already been done.
Yes, it is.
Deuteronomy 25:13-16 says, you shall not have in your bag, listen, in your bag different weights. Boy, he's serious about this thing. A large and a small weight to make it way more, but the people ain't getting much. That 2-pounder bag now, wait a minute, why I was getting, my bag used to be full. Why it's like half full now? And he's saying it's a pound. Things just done gone up. No, but I still, a pound of rice is a pound of rice.
Yeah.
16 ounces always is gonna be 16 ounces. Was it go up or down or not?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all say our weights are supposed to be righteous. We supposed to weigh righteous. We supposed to do business righteously. Regardless of what this evil world is doing, we are supposed to do right. Nehemiah 13:15-21 said, in those days, he said, I saw in Judah some who were treading winepress. See, I told you it was Judah too doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had to deal with Judah. They're doing it now. In those days, he said, I saw in Judah some who were treading wine presses on the Sabbath. They were trying to get that wine. And bringing in sacks of grain and loading them on donkeys, as well as wine grapes, figs, and all kinds of load. That's what he said, you won't bear no burden. You'll work. And they brought them into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. So I admonished them on the day they sold food. We're going to get into that. Even though that's Nehemiah 13:15-21. I'm going to read that. I'm going to get into that. Not today, but I am going to get into that, saints. Because we need to know that bearing on that everybody misinterpret. They be trying to do like these issues people. They walk around and have everybody else doing stuff. They don't even turn off the water, call somebody to turn the water off. That ain't what he talking about. He telling you right now what he talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They full-fledged out working on that day and then bringing it into on Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
But We're going to get into that a little deeper because we already know Yahushua say he is the Lord of the Sabbath.
Yes, he is.
People need to get freed up from a lot of these things. Psalm 81, 3 and 4 say, blow the trumpet at the new moon, at the full moon, and he said, on our feast day. These are when we're supposed to blow the trumpet. We blow the trumpet at new moon, at the full moon, and on our feast day. And Shabbat is considered one of our feast days because this is a feast day for us. It's
Yeah.
why we rest. And we gather, we feast, we talk about the goodness of the Most High. He said, these are my feast days. Go back and look at Leviticus, 23rd chapter. Proverbs 11:1 said, false balance this is what he said, that's an abomination to the Yahuwah, because you are a cheater. But a just way is his delight. People that do right in business, he said, it is his delight. He loved to see us doing the right thing, have integrity. When was anybody see, just cause you over your neighbor, man, I made a lot of money, but I add a little weight to mine so I don't have to sell so much. Yeah, man, you should do that. No, I'm not doing that. And they always gonna tell you how to cheat y'all's people.
Mm-hmm.
How to get over on his people. Let's come on and keep going. He says, so, number 5, saying, when will the new moon be over, so that we may sell a grain, and the Sabbath, that we may open the wheat market, to make what? Bushels smaller, and the shekels bigger. And to cheat with dishonest scales. Didn't y'all say he hate that?
Yes, he did.
This is what Israel was doing. He talking to Israel, our brethren. But they didn't want to hear what Amos had to say. But Amos was there to tell them exactly what they were doing and why y'all was finna destroy them. That's why judgment is in the earth. It came to them then. It's in the midst of us now. Mm-hmm. He's not just judging our old prison. He's judging our people because what they're doing.
That's right.
So as to buy the helpless. This is what so. He said, so as to buy the helpless for money.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? Buy the helpless for money. He said, and the needy for a pair of sandals. And that we may sell the refuse of the wheat. You mean to tell me you got the people giving you everything? Let's get into this. He said, Amos says, 2 and 6 say, thus says Yahuwah, for 3 transgression of Israel and for 4. He said, I will not revoke his punishment. I'm not going to revoke this punishment. I'm going to deal with them because they know what they're doing. I set you over there in the Congress and stuff. You setting my people out. You taking a bribe. You don't care what happened to their neighborhood. They ain't fixed the road. They haven't fixed the water. But they voted you in. You went over there, got rich, and they still poor. You think I'm not going to deal with it? He said, I will not revoke his punishment because they what did he say? They sell the righteous for money. That's what they're doing. They're selling us down the drain. That's where the word comes. They're selling us down the drain. They're selling the righteous for money. I don't care if it's in Congress, whether it's in White House, outhouse, or in the local government. They end up selling their peoples out. And he fed up with it. And they were doing it then. That's why Amos he's speaking against them now. He said, I will not revoke his punishment because they sell the righteous for money and the needy for a pair of sandals. How dare you have some nerve to treat my people the way you treat them? Leviticus 25. You can read the whole thing from 39 to 42. I just need this. If a countryman of yours becomes so poor with regard to you that he sells himself to you, he would say, you shall not subject him to a slave service. We were never supposed to be subjected as slaves. When a slave came into your house, you treated that slave just like you treated your child, your family. Because he done got so poor, he can't take care of himself. He sold himself to you, but y'all say you better not treat him like no slave. That's why he gonna deal with our people the way the same way he gonna deal with our enemy. But this is the mess that they were doing. Nehemiah 5. I'm trying to take his name. That's why he ran away, and Paul brought him back. But Paul told Onesimus. Onesimus ran because he sold himself, and the man started treating him bad, so he ran. And when he got with Paul, Paul taught him. When he went back, Paul sent him back and told him, say, he ain't come back to you as no slave. He is well equipped with the gospel. You treat him as a brother. He's not your slave. We're not to treat each other like they're our servant. He said, now there was a great outcry of the people and their wives against their Jewish brothers. Why they were? Because they was oppressing them. Y'all put them in a place of prosperity to be prosperous, and not only that, if you see the poor, you took care of the poor. Well, what they were doing, they were taking what the poor had. What you think this Project 2025 is all about? Is to destroy the rest of what the black peoples have. It's about us, saints. What they want to do to us. But they don't understand. Y'all have a plan. Let them do their plan. But that ditch they digging, they going to fall in it.
Yes, they is.
Nehemiah 5 and 8 says, well, y'all said to us, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then when I hear from heaven, I will forgive their sins. Then I will heal their land. This is our land. If you want to heal, turn to y'all. Nehemiah 5 and 8 say, I said to them, we, according to our ability, have redeemed our Jewish brothers who were sold to the nation. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to redeem your brother. But this has been such a wicked enslavement, it's been sad. Now would you even sell your brother that they may be sold to us? Ain't that something? You mean tell me you're going to take your brothers and you're going to sell your brothers to us? They taken aback by that. Then they were silent and could not find a word to say. Because you think they ain't laughing up there in these high places that these niggas gonna do anything for money. They sell their mama out. Why you think they got them up there? Mm-hmm. They got some yeses up there that will say yes to anything just to get a check, and they know they're gonna devastate your neighborhood. They know you ain't gonna get a park in your neighborhood. They know you're not gonna get a basketball court for your children, or a pool for your children, or either after school program for your children. They know this. They know ain't no urban development gonna come in there and revitalize your neighborhood. Before they do that, they will do what we call take over your neighborhood and push you out.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And you think they don't know that they sit wrapped around the table?
Yeah.
Discussing along with them. And time you rise up, here come they Johnny come lately. Here come your Al Sharpton, here come your Crumb and all them. That they are employed by these people. And y'all's not pleased with them. And y'all, people think that's so good they come to shut you up and shut you down from making the noise. When we gonna get some sense and send those coons back where they belong? Because y'all finna destroy all of that mess. He said, I said to them, we. Oh, let me get this last one, then I go. Joel 3:3 say they have also cast lots for my people, selling them. Y'all telling us who's selling our people. Listen, our people ain't going missing because somebody coming in our neighborhood getting it. They're being snatched by the people they know. And they're being sold. Y'all need to let me know that a long time ago. These people our young children are being sold off. Your daughters are being picked up by people look like them. He said, they have also cast lots for my people, traded a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. We know our oppressor did that, but before the oppressor did it, our people was doing it and still doing
it. That's right.
And you know what they're gonna do to these children when you sell them to them. And you don't care. And you stand in the crowd and watch the mother and the father begging for their babies. He said, Joel 3:6 said, and sold the sons of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks in order to remove them from their territory. And they still selling Judah. And they still sell them to the Greeks. And they still carrying them out of this country. If they don't kill them first and take the body part, they're selling them to the labs. They're selling them to the hospital. Y'all gave me this a long time ago. He said they're flaying my people. They are what? They're capturing my people. And I would say, what? The word he used to me, they are harvesting my people. Those were the words he said to me. Then when he came back to me, he said, they are flaying my people, cutting them up. Because at one point, if y'all remember old Facebook, every day, all day long, it was some black child, some black little girl was gone. They couldn't find her. I said, wait a minute, Father, what is going on here? Why is nobody talking about all these black children is going missing? Every now and then they put a little white face out there. I said, something is happening to our babies, and what is it? You ask the question, you want to know, y'all will let you know. I said, this ain't right. Something ain't right here. I never seen that many black children go missing. And when you start saying, then they put it on the news every now and then one. I said, this is an epidemic. And nobody's talking about it. You ain't going to get much coverage. You and your neighborhood know about it, but the world don't know about it, so you don't get no help. But y'all is not asleep. He knows exactly what's going on. But he says, so as to buy the helpless for money and the needy for a pair of sandals. He said, and that we may sell the refuse of the wheat. He said, the rest of it, I'm going to sell it for, he sell the peoples out. He crushing his own people. In other words, that's why he sent Amos. You crushing your own people. I put you in authority and I bless you, and now you are using the people. You even selling them off. And then they come in there, you put double weights, and now you're cheating them. You got with your oppressor, now you're selling them out. And I'm going to deal with it. Let's go down here and say number 7. He said, Yahuwah has sworn, this is what he's saying, by the pride of Jacob. He said, indeed, I will never forget any of your deeds. What he says, because of this will not the land quake, and everyone who dwells in it mourn. Indeed, all of it will rise up like the Nile, and it will what? It will be tossed about and subdued like the Nile of Egypt. Y'all, so I'm going to tear it up, and I want you to know, see, this, I want us to understand, we think it's all about he's coming against. Yes, we see him tearing up their neighborhoods right now. But Amos is letting us know today he can start tearing up our neighborhoods if we don't get this stuff together. Because our leaders are going astray. He's tearing them down. And this unjust weight, and this cheating and manipulating and stealing one another and killing and raping one another. Y'all is sending a judgment against our own people. And he said the ones that is humble, he going to take them and he going to put them aside. He going to preserve them ones that walking before him. You might be screaming for your loved one, but they decided to go the other way. I'm sorry. They done heard you say this long enough. And they have to make their choice. He said, and it will come in that day. It's going to come about in that day. There's a day coming, saints. Just like a day coming for our enemy is a day coming for Israel. A day coming for Judah. He said, and it will come about in that day, because that means it's a specific day. Declares Yahuwah Elohim that I will make the sun go down at noonday. It's going to be dark. It's going to be dark. He said, make the earth dark in broad daylight. You're going to know what's happening. It's the day of that. It's going to be that day of judging. Because judgment is bad. It's going to be bad. See, they don't understand. They're already in darkness. They brought darkness to the people of Yah. But when you oppress a person, they're already poor. They're already being afflicted. And then when they got a little bit, and then you taking it because of your unjust weights. You put them in a dark place. All they can do is cry out to Yah. And Yah, he hears the cry of his people. How many times and how often could we say, he hears the cry of his people, saints? He said, then I will turn your festivals. Oh, we like to have festivals. That don't mean nothing, y'all, when you're doing wrong. Matter of fact, he hopes that you don't even have one, because he don't honor it anyway. He said, I will turn your festivals into mourning. Now, didn't he told you to keep the feast days and stuff? Now he tell you don't care nothing about it, because the shape, when you're in a bad shape like that, the new moon, the Sabbath, all that is not even important to y'all. It's the way you done his people. And he created those days. But he tell you what, even the day that he created, now he gonna tell you about it, he don't even accept. It will come about in that day, declared the Yahuwah, that I will make the sun go down at noon and make what? The earth dark in broad daylight. Why? He said, then I will turn your festivals into mourning. And I will bring what? Sackcloth on everyone's loins and baldness on everyone's head. Whoa. Let's get into this. I'm going to get into this one up here, but I don't know. Let me get into this one first. And then number 10. We ain't got that many more to go. In Jeremiah 15 and 9 said, she who bore 7 sons pines away. Her breathing is labored because she keep flying, trying to fan those birds off the bodies of her sons. Her son has set her son S-U-N is first her son's S-O-N pines away for breathing. Her breathing is labored. He talk about Israel. Talking about the people y'all chose. He said her son now, S-U-N, has set while it was yet day. She has what? Been shamed and humiliated. So I will give over their survivors to, listen what he said, whoever survived, I'm going to give them over to the sword before their enemies, declares Yahuwah Elohim. Boy, I'm telling you, it's not enough to go out and preach or teach this word when we doing all this other stuff and y'all's not pleased. Amos 5 and 8 said, he who made what? The Pleiades and the Orions and changes deep darkness into morning, who also darkens day into night, who calls the waters of the sea and pours them out on what? The surface of the earth. The Yahuwah is his name. In case you don't know who's gonna be coming. Oh, you gonna call it a man? No, it's gonna be Yah. Micah 3 and 6 said, therefore it will be night for you. It's gonna be night for you without vision. Wow, you ain't gonna be able to see, and it's gonna be broad daylight. It's gonna be just that dark, and darkness for you without as he said, without divination. The sun, S-U-N, will go down on the prophets. My goodness. It's going down on the prophets. And the day will become what? Dark over them. They ain't going to be able to see. Job 5:14 say, but by day they meet with darkness and grope at noon as in the night. Gross darkness to the people. They can't see, they can't hear. They're going to be running, trying to hear a word, but they're not going to get it. Because y'all going to leave you in the dark. You didn't want the word. You want to be blind, go be blind. Literally, go be blind. I sent the word of light. You didn't want it. That therefore justice is far from us, and righteousness does not overtake us. We hope for light, but behold darkness. For brightness, but we walk in gloom. 4 and 13 say, for behold, he who forms mountains and creates the wind and declares to man what are his thoughts. He who makes dawn into darkness and treads on the high places of the earth. The Yahuwah of hosts is his name. He's the one turning around. He's the one going to judge. He's the one going to cause them they can't see a flame. You don't care how you show them. Some people right now, it's sun is bright, but you try to show them the word is dark to them. They can't see it. They don't understand it. They can't see it. Their mind, their heart is going somewhere else. They're giving themselves over to the world. And you give yourself over to it, there ain't nothing but darkness in the world. And when you try to bring the light of the word of Yah, they will not hear it. They don't see it. I don't care how you explain it to them. They don't get it. And you scratching your head about what is going on. Did he say gross darkness of people? We think that's actually the white light, but that's the word has gone dark in them. That's the truth. They don't understand the word. The word is like hidden from them. He said, then, let's look into this one. I'll come out of there. I'm not going to read as many. He said, Jeremiah 6:26, he said, O daughter of my people, put on sackcloth. It's time to pray. It's time to pray, and it's time to roll in the ashes. He said, mourn as for an only son, in lamentations most bitter, for suddenly the destroyer will come upon us. And Zechariah 12:10 say, I will pour out on the house of David and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and of supplication, so that they will look on me whom they have pierced, and they will mourn for him as one mourns for an only son, and they will weep bitterly over him like the bitter weeping over a firstborn. You're going to want me now. You're going to really want me when you go through this. You're going to seek me for real. There ain't going to be no shucking and jiving. You're going to want the son, the David, the house of David. You're going to want Yahushua. You don't want him now. You're going to burn for him, wanting him, weeping for him. Jeremiah 48:30 says, for every head is bald, and every beard cut short. He said, there are gnashing on all the hands and cycles on what? On the loins. Praying, lamenting, trying to get a word, trying to hear a word, trying to get an answer. But the answer had come, but you refuse it. You want to do your thing. Ezekiel 7:18 said they will gird themselves with sackcloth, the same thing, and shuddering with overwhelmed with and shuddering afraid. Will overwhelm them, and shame will be on all faces, and baldness on all their heads. You can shave your hair, you can do whatever. It's not going to help y'all to hear. But when judgment comes, judgment comes. That's why we can say y'all done warn. He been warning his people. He been warning our forefathers. He been warning us now. And doing everything we're big enough to do, but don't want to hear or heed to the word of Yah. He said, behold, days are coming, declares Yahuwah Elohim. This is what he said. When I will send a famine on the land. This is what he's talking. He's talking about the famine of food. Let me keep reading because I already went into it. Now I'm going to bring some more clarity to it. Behold, days are coming, declares Yahuwah Elohim, when I will send a famine on the land. He said, not a famine of food or bread or of thirst of water. No, that's not the kind of famine. He said, but rather for the hearing the word of the Yahuwah. That's what I just got through explaining up there. You're going to be looking for no, you don't want to hear the word. You're going to be seeking for the word. It's going to be a famine and you can't find the word. When the word is plentiful right now. Nobody want to hear the word. But after a while, you're going to be looking for it. Because you've been so much darkness. And if I could just hear a word. No. Y'all say I'm going to put a famine on my word. You're going to hear my word anymore. But when I had it out there on all social media, it's going, you get out there, you talk and you curse and say all kinds of things to the person that's bringing it to you. You don't want to hear that? Get out of here. We don't want to hear that. You're going to want to hear it one day. He said people will stagger. This is what he's saying. They're going to stagger from seat to seat, running from one place to the other, trying to find out who bringing the word. Who's speaking this divine truth? Oh, we need to hear a word. Somebody bring us comfort from the word of Yah. We need somebody to speak it to our spirit. I need a word. No, you better get this word in your own spirit. Because see, some people don't want to study. They want to live off what you saying, and that's okay. But you got to get the word for yourself. Tell me, just tell me what I need. What y'all say? No, I can't tell you nothing because he can't give me nothing. You make me a liar and say he ain't said nothing. I ain't hear him say a word.
Mm-mm.
These people turn you into a soothsayer if you're not careful. Father, let me know that. So, oh, I don't want to be no fool soothsayer. He said, behold, the days are coming, declares the Yahuwah, when I will send a famine on the land. Not a famine for bread or for water, thirst for water. He said, but they're gonna be they would, but rather for hearing the word of Yahweh. They want to hear a word from Yah. Where were you when the word was plenteous? Where were you when they were they out there doing some stuff, but at least they're bringing the word, some truth. You didn't want to hear that either. You call them a cult, and I'm not taking up for them out there cursing either. But at least they're bringing the word, some truth. When I was trying to give you my truth, you said it was a cult. Now because of all the things they don't, you remember what they said. Now you want to hear a word. He said people will stagger from sea to sea and from the north even to the east, looking for a word. One going way up there in the North Georgia, one going way down in the south of the east coast, running off down there on the east trying to find a word, running all up north trying to find a word. You know why he said east and the north? Because that's where most of his people's at.
Mm-hmm.
All upon this water line, all the way down, all the way inland. People will stagger. That's something to think about. They're weak and you get weak, you start staggering. They just need to hear a word. Just one word it's like quenching their tongue, their thirst. But y'all say ain't gonna be none. He said they will go to and fro to seek the word of Yahuwah, but they will not find it. Y'all gonna even hide his word from them. Because he'll send the prophets. Even listen, the doctors are even gonna come over the prophet, they ain't gonna have no word to give them. But y'all gonna make sure they don't. He said, in that day, the beautiful virgins and the young men will faint, what? From thirst. They gonna need the word. They gonna grow up not hearing the word. And their parents can't give them the word because they was out there partying.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the word.
That's right.
All they guys out there with a bodycon dress on, with their butt turned up. They ain't got no word. They don't have no word, so they can't give the children no word. They can't give their sons and daughters no word because they ain't gonna have one. Y'all say I'm gonna cut my word off. It's going first now, but you think it's gonna keep going forward? I'm finna cut my word off on them because they're unjust. They're not worthy of his word. That's something to think about, saints. This famine that's coming in this land now. It's not about food. It's not about water. It's about the word of Yah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut it off from you. Because when I sent my word, you didn't want to hear it. All you want to do is bump and grind. We go and bump and grind. Even your young children going to be acting, let's say the young virgin, beautiful virgin, and your young men, they're going to faint for the word. And you going to have nothing to give them because you don't have nothing in you. And I'm going to make sure you don't get it. Isn't that something? Y'all say you're going to make sure they don't get the word.
Mm-hmm.
As for those who swear by the what? by the guilt of Samaria, who say, as your God lives, O Dan.
Hmm.
Just trying to make up something.
Mm-hmm.
He said, and as for the way of Beersheba lives, he said, they will fall and not rise again. You ain't gonna get no word from nobody. Because y'all say I'm gonna cut this word off. Let's go back to 13. Hosea said, oh, I will strip her naked. I'm gonna strip her naked and expose her as on the day when she was born. Talking about his people. Because I done sent this word and they don't want it. I'm finna strip them of everything. I done set them up. I done gave them authority in places. They didn't do it. They sold out their people. He said, I am going to expose them. As on the day that when she was born, I will also make her like a wilderness. Make her like a desert land and slay her with thirst. I put my word out. You didn't want my word. You can't say the word ain't going for it. It's on every news channel. Well, not news, but they don't want no news. I put it on every social media, on the streets, above the streets, on every tube that we can get on. In your house and property, your family, you're mad with the one that walking upright. You don't want the word. Nobody want to deal with them anymore because every time they talk about, that's all they want to talk about, the truth. Nobody want to hear that. I ain't going over there. I ain't going to mama house because I don't want to hear. That's all right. He said, I'm going to strip you, expose you. You're going to be naked as the day you were born. Because see, you got puffed up because I bless you. And then you cheated when I bless you. You use and abuse your people when I bless you. You took for them when you could have gave. You could have stood up for them and said, no, I will not sell my people's out. Y'all ain't selling yours out. You sit there and tell me what you gonna do for the Hispanic neighborhood. You tell me what you're going to do for the Caucasian neighborhood. You tell me what you're going to do for the Chinese. But you want me to be silent. No, you didn't stand up. I put you there, but you were silent. And you called my people to be oppressed. Well, I'll stand against it. You won't get my vote. If y'all can vote for yours, I'm going to vote for mine. See, they thought they was up there just getting money. Y'all set them up. They've been set up too. Just like the enemy been set up. He done set up a lot of our own people.
Yes,
They
he
put them
has.
in the places where they supposed to have a voice for us.
That's right.
But they didn't. They were evil, just like these kings were. Just like Amos went over to him, he told them to get out. They didn't want to hear nothing. They want to do all this evil thing and then bragging about it. How they cheat the people. Lamentations 1:18 say the Yahuwah is righteous, for I have rebelled against his command. Oh, it'd be too late. You know when you rebel now, after you see the consequences coming. Hear now, all people, and behold my pains. You got in pain now. My virgins and my young men have gone into captivity. Why? Why they went into captivity? Because of rebellion. Y'all don't come after nobody unless they rebelling against him. Let's get that straight, saints. What he said, my people is crying out. He said, now I'm going to rise. You don't cause me to rise up now because what you have done to my people. Now he talking to Israel. Israel made y'all rise up against them because what they did to their own people. What they done to their poor people. What they did to people already afflicted. Told me you charging them rent that you know they can't pay. And then you're going to take the rest they have of their meal. They can't hardly eat. And you going to laugh about it? And you going to tell your brethren about it? As for those who swear by the guilt of Samaria, who say, as your God lives, O Dan. They don't even mention Dan in their lineage. And as the way of Beersheba lives, he said they will fall They will fall and not rise again. Don't you go putting your trust over there because they're going down too. In other words, let's make it plain. You think you'll put your trust in there? You think they look like they'll thrive? No, they're going down too. Deuteronomy 9 and 21 say, I took your sinful things. He said, I took your sinful things. Listen what he's saying, saints. The calf which you had made, you made gods, and burned it with fire and crushed it, grinding it very small until it was as fine as dust. He said, I threw it dust into the brook that came down from the mountain. I did that where you will be saved. The God that you want to worship, you didn't want to worship it, but look how he had to take that what they were worshiping and grind it up and throw it in so he can redeem it. This is what Moshe did. He said, I took your sinful things, the calf. I'm up there getting the law. You down here making you a God. And the only way I can stop y'all is to grind that thing up and throw it in the water. That's the only thing save you. But y'all finna do them all in the wilderness. He said, so the king consulted and made 2 golden calves. And he said to them, always going to another God. Always seeking something you think is better. He said, it's too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Listen, he let the king told him that's why he sent Amos over there. Y'all don't go over there. No, I'm gonna set up 2 golden calves. So y'all have to go to y'all feast day. Just worship with these over here. The devil is a liar. So the king consulted and made 2 golden calves, and he said to them, it is too much for y'all to go to Jerusalem. That's a long way for y'all to go to them feast days. Behold, your gods, I made you some gods. Isn't that what the world done? They done made some gods and our people going after them.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep making some gods because they keep running after them. They know they coming, so they make them. Well, that's old saying, build it, they'll come.
Mm-hmm.
Go make me a big old Ephesus. Oh, they like to say, I go to that church over there. I'm sitting up on the hill. They got some gods over there. They go run to them. Oh, goodness. He said, it is too much for you to go to Jerusalem. Behold, your gods, O Israel, that brought you up from this. Listen, the lying devil. Look, this is your God that brought you up from the land of Egypt. Now y'all know that wasn't your God. Y'all saw the works of the hand of Yah, but yet you'll stay there with some mess that the devil put together, and you call it your God, and try to make it holy. Boy, our people's a mess. I think I'm talking now, but we see the same thing happening now.
Oh yeah.
They did it then, and they're doing it now. The enemy made you some gods. He said, I done made some gods. Oh, behold, look at your God. He blue eyes, blonde hair. I love my Jesus. All plastered up on your wall. He's gonna let you have your gods too. When I start striking your enemy, I'm gonna strike you right along with him. He's all Israel that brought you up out of the land of Egypt. Boy, that make me mad every time I read it, because that's what they do now.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a God. We have an Elohim. And that's exactly what they did with Caesar Borgia. Amos 5:5 say, but do not result in Bethel. Don't go in Bethel. And do not come to Gilgal. They don't want Amos over there. Not cross over to Beersheba, for Gilgal will certainly go into captivity. He said, you think you gonna get away because you go to those places? And Bethel will come to trouble. You not gonna get away from this punishment of Yah unless you repent. Judgment is in the house. You can run anywhere you want to go. He said, but it don't matter. You can't have two masters. Who are you going to serve? 92 say of Acts said, and asked for letters from him to the synagogue, the synagogue of what? Of Damascus, so that if he found any belongings to the way, both men and women, he might bring them bound to Jerusalem. That's what we call that's Paul. That's what Paul out there doing that stuff. He was out there trying to eliminate the people from serving the true Elohim. Well, what he don't know, he was serving the false one. He didn't know the true until Yahusha introduced himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who was wrong? The little poor people that had found the truth, or the one that was up there that got all them languages, smart? I done told you about intelligence don't make you have wisdom. You only gain that he was able to use what he had when y'all gave him some wisdom, when he knocked him off the horse and opened his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Then wisdom came, his eyes came open, and then he realized, whoa, man, I'm wrong.
Yeah, he did.
But he was very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna feed him to the lion.
Yeah, it was.
Isn't that something? Well, I tell you, this truth will cost you something. But don't try. What words say, you'll lose your life if you try to save it. But if you lose your life for Yah's sake, you sure will gain eternal life. Deuteronomy, he said, oh, Yahuwah, bless his substance and accept the work of his hands. He said, shatter the lions of those who rise up against him, and those who hate him, so that they will not rise again. See, we don't pray like our ancestors prayed. I'll be praying like David, Father, bend them over backwards. Whatever trap they have set, let them fall into it. I don't have no mercy on praying. They don't have no mercy. They don't have mercy about us.
No, they don't.
I ain't gonna start that Christian stuff they used to tell. This is will that your enemy be destroyed.
That's right. Your will.
Because from what I read in the word, he destroyed Israel, the enemies, and he also destroyed Israel for being enemy to Israel. Let's not forget that, saints. We are not allowed to mistreat one another. That's what this Amos is all about, trying to tell this king about his ways and how the people are being treated. How Yah, where he put them to take care of the people. He want them to hurry up. When is Sabbath or when is New Moon over so we can make some money? So we can cheat these peoples out of their money, out of their wheat. They done toil and got we going to set it. They gonna cheat them out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna put some weights on the balance, some tie some stuff. They put it down there. They like, wait a minute. I made more money than this the last time than sharecroppers.
Mm-hmm.
Our poor people sharecroppers, sharecroppers, they never did have enough food for the winter. They done toil all summer and gathered all this stuff, and then they talk about, well, you still owe.
Mm-hmm.
They got that system right now. Interest is a sin. Y'all, his word declares that we don't supposed to charge interest to nobody. No additional gain. Only person that want to do that is the devil. That's of the devil. Saints of the Most High Yah, that wraps us up. As for those who swear by the guilt of Samaria, who say, as your God lives, O Dan, and as the way of Beersheba lives, they will fall and not rise. You don't trust in nobody. Because when y'all speak his word and his word is going out, don't let nobody say they lie. We doing good. Yeah, you doing good. But sudden destruction. Because just like he going to bring down the one that plotting against his people, he going to bring down his people for plotting against his people. Usury. He said he is like in what just balances. Father, we thank you for the word today. I pray that this word went forth. I pray that the people of Zion will hear this word. It's out there. They can go back and listen at it. I pray that they will hear and heed that judgment is coming to Israel. We see you already doing it among our enemy. But you got to deal with your people. Because our people don't want to hear. They don't want to heed. They don't want to rest. They don't want to relent from what they're doing. They are bought into this system, y'all. You have set them in places, high places, to be a mouthpiece for your people to stand fast. Why did you think y'all sent the prophet to the highest court, highest one in the city? He didn't send them to the mayor. He sent them to the one that was, well, he didn't send them to the low people. He sent them to the people that over everything. Because when y'all put you in a place of leadership, you are in charge of that area. And when you don't do the right thing, and when he especially don't do the right thing towards his people, and his people have been the most crushed ones and still being crushed. But them days are over, saints. Those days are over. Because y'all is you're gonna start seeing some stuff. Our people don't know they gotta straighten themselves up, because I'm telling you, on these high places, y'all done put them and they have sold out his people, selling them for bread, they're selling them for what? The Bible says they're selling them for money. Selling them out. Don't care what happened to them. Don't care what happened to the neighborhood. Don't care if they can make it. And what little bit they had, they're pressing them out of that. If someone paying you $600 or $700 of rent, and then you gonna send and they gonna go up for another $700, they scuffling to pay you the $7. And you talking about things, but you ain't did nothing to the house. How things so high? Now I do understand this, because the wickedness of this system, they have literally put up they have no control over these taxes. One black man bought a house. The house he said, "Do this look like $1 million house?" He paid what, $1,300 for taxes or something like that, very low. They sent him a $30,000 tax bill. Told they can't change it. He has to pay it. This is what the evil system is doing to people, saints. But we also got the evilness of those ones that could do better, don't have to do that.
That's right.
That was his own personal home. That wasn't these big see, these big corporations don't pay taxes. Y'all got to understand that.
Never did.
They don't pay taxes, because what they do, they go get a trust. So they'll be mad. We tell y'all that. They put everything. What you think Warren Buffett them does?
Of course.
They put it all on a trust.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go get welfare.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't be trusted. They can't be traced. Saints of the Most High Elohim, Yah is about to do some turn up to our own people that's doing wrong to us. That's why we walk respectful before Yah and we treat each other right. Because the day is coming, the day is now. We see it. We see it happening. Our eyes should not be closed at this hour. There's too much is going on. And they're so brazen now, they're telling you what they're going to do to you. Because they see, but that's what when they get a leader, see, when they get an evil leader. Y'all know the scripture, when you got a righteous leader, the people live in peace. When you got an evil leader, the peoples are tormented. They are oppressed. Father God, we thank you today for the word. I'm going to close up for sure this time. I give your name praise and glory and honor right now for this word. And I thank you for every eye and ear that's listening, every eye that sees this message. Father, I pray right now that they will share this message, like this message, so we can go forth, so others can hear, because this is time. It's winding up. Time is that we don't have luxury to mess around and play around. I give your name the glory, Father God. I thank you for the opportunity to be able to bring forth your words. And I thank you, even a warning that we can check our own lives. And if we find ourselves wanting, Father, give us opportunity to repent. So I thank and I praise you right now. It's just the calm before the storm, saints. So we pray and we give y'all praise and honor, because the enemy trying to cook up some stuff. But those ones that rebellious against y'all, they gonna find themselves in the midst of it. Y'all gonna protect the one that walk up right before him, because he already said in his word he'll take those ones, the humble ones, and he gonna set them aside, so we can rejoice and be exceedingly glad. But when we get to where there'll be food for us, wherever he put us, he gonna keep us that walk upright. But that's all I have today, saints of the Most High. Be blessed and be filled with the knowledge that y'all is putting out, and don't keep it for yourself. Share it. Share it, that the peoples of the Most High will get it. Because sometimes people just don't know. Because all they chasing now is history, and they're not seeing what's really coming. These are right now words. These words are coming because we need to hear them. These words are coming because as they were, they shall always be again. Also be again, because that's the shape our people are right now, as they were in Amos. We give y'all praise and glory. We thank y'all for each and every one of you, and be blessed. And I pray that your household be blessed. We give him praise and honor in Yahushua's mighty name. And we say shalom and Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Mother Judy.
Shabbat shalom, Mother Judy, and those that's watching.
Amen.